Food deserts in cities are an issue that have been plaguing lower income areas across the nation. If you live in a food desert, you probably already know what they are. However, if you have been lucky enough to never live in one, you will know it is a term used to describe areas within a city that do not have marketplaces or resources that are easily accessible to buy healthy food. A major issue that comes along with these locations is it may cause people to eat energy-dense, nutritionally inferior food and eat very little fruit and vegetables. This means that people living in these locations will be limited to eating meals or snacks that are packed with unhealthy ingredients, chemicals, and preservatives, rather than having the option to eat a variety of fresh and nutritionally valuable foods. In the city of Denver, food deserts are typically found in low-income areas. Some of the specific spots in Denver are the Elyria, Swansea, Skyland, Clayton, and the Northeast Park Hill areas. The reason food deserts are such a huge issue is that the people who live in these places are at a higher risk of depression, of becoming overweight. They have a higher chance of obesity, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and other serious health problems. A lot of people try and avoid living in food deserts if possible. However, some people don't have that choice. A key factor in determining if one is living in a food desert is depending on if a home is in a low access area. This means that the home is more than 1 mile from a supermarket or grocery store in urban areas. Typically, in these areas, residents have access to corner stores, markets, or gas stations. But these types of stores are unable to provide and maintain the types of food that are necessary to live and maintain proper health.
Experts have been working and debating on methods to help fight this issue in cities. Within the Denver community, there has been an increase in healthy food initiatives, a push for development and more supermarkets, or the use of community gardens. One example of an initiative that has been started here in Denver is the Healthy Food Challenge. The Healthy Food Challenge is a ballot initiative that has proposed a 0.08% increase in taxes to provide healthy food and food education to low-income and at-risk youth. This ballot would start commencing January 1st, 2019, if passed through December 31st, 2029. A representative for this initiative stated, "Healthy Food for Denver is a 100% citizen-led initiative. We are a group of residents that care about food and community, who also work with local nonprofits, many whom have endorsed the campaign. Healthy Food for Denver mainly focuses on kids and their relationships to healthy food. The thought process behind this initiative is that because kids are the leading foundation in America's future, and with obesity rates already on the rise, it is important to change the tide and help educate children on what healthy foods are and where to find these foods and how to properly fuel one's body."
Another initiative in Denver is the SNAP program. SNAP, formerly known as food stamps, is a program that has created a partnership with farmers markets in order to benefit both the vendors and the people in food deserts by allowing local vendors a way to sell and make a profit off of their food products, while also giving low-income families the opportunity to afford fresh and healthy food. This concept relates to what Jane Jacobs states. The underlying principles for bringing life to a project site itself and to the borders where it must be rejoined with the district are the same as the principles for helping any city area where vitality is low, meaning it bridges the gap between these two different populations of people living in or around the Denver area by allowing these people of low income to have the opportunity to purchase food that is grown locally by practically bringing these local foods to their doorsteps. Farmers markets are typically weekly events held in a specific area with multiple local vendors and a variety of goods. The category includes both primary food producers and sellers of prepared food and specialty food retailers who are not producing the raw materials. In this graph, one is able to see the cost difference in buying fresh organic foods at farmers markets versus at a large supermarket chain. This graph illustrates that it is often cheaper and better to buy locally than to buy from a major chain. These are all good things to bring to these food desert locations. However, they are not a direct solution for the issue at hand because these farmers markets are limited to the weather and seasons, meaning the food the markets provide are limited to what is able to be grown in Colorado during certain seasons, and that the markets themselves are not always able to be set up due to the cold weather.
Marketplaces consist of many stores that are open throughout the week selling similar products that do not move location and are not subject to the weather. By the middle of the 20th century, markets took second place, if that, to the grocery store industry. This influenced other cities to open up more marketplaces to help out people in their communities live long, healthy lives. Over the last 30 years, cities have been rediscovering, revitalizing, and reconstituting their public markets through public-private partnerships. These marketplaces have made an incredible impact on the communities they are situated in. In the middle 1990s, it was recognized that there was a need to integrate markets into various cities. Thus, this created a farmers market commission that was created in 1998. Today, they are popular because of their role in food systems, placemaking, and community economic development.
How do markets help cities run? Markets are capitalizing on renewed interest of Americans in healthier ways of eating. Today's alarming obesity rates make it crucial that we shift from processed foods to fresh fruits and vegetables, from Twinkies and Ho-Hos to peaches and broccoli, notes Gus Shoemaker, former Secretary of Agriculture. Markets help bolster downtowns across America with cheaper means of getting fresh organic food without having to go to big chains like Whole Foods. This, in effect, helps provide opportunities for minority and immigrant farmers and helps stem economic leakage from communities. Farmers spend all their money where they live, notes Fred Broughton of South Carolina's Department of Agriculture.
Some popular marketplaces in the city of Denver include Stanley Marketplace, a community-focused marketplace featuring over 50 independently owned businesses under one roof. It's a really unique community offering local food, drink, fitness, crafts, and even event space. In the life and death of great American cities, Jacob states places serving mixed primary uses can be innately efficient. Therefore, diversity helps businesses be successful and helps in creating a sense of community in cities. A representative of the market states, "We're in a quirky and interesting location, smack in the middle of two different neighborhoods, and we plan on being positive force in both."
Lammer Square Market is located in Gallup Stanbury Building, one of the oldest buildings in Denver, built in 1873. The building at first was home to a meat maker, then later on a political saloon for Andrew Stanbury. Fast forward to 1978 and you have the market owned by Dana Crawford, a key figure in saving the Lammer block from destruction. The market at this time served as the quintessential meeting place for dignitaries, students, artists, and professionals locals alike, as well as downtown grocery store for the community. But as all small businesses fear, a big supermarket moved into the area, forcing Dana to act on his feet and sell the market to two brothers, Gary and Mark Greenberg. The Greenberg brothers infused their New Jersey culture and Jewish heritage into the building. Since 1983, Mark and Gary transformed the old grocery store into one of Denver's most distinguished delis and espresso bars. The Greenberg brothers emphasized their success on freshly prepared foods made and served on the premises.
Spinelli's Market opened in 1994 in Park Hill neighborhood of Denver. Spinelli's Market provides gourmet foods and Italian specialties as well as being a traditional Italian grocer. This small marketplace provides its consumers with specialty sandwiches and fresh fruit and vegetables. The market maintains a feeling from another era, but provides its patrons with any needs they may have in this modern world.
Another initiative that is being spearheaded in the city of Denver is the Healthy Corner Store initiative. Across the country, corner stores pop up in all parts of the urban landscape. Families often depend on these small stores for food purchase, but most corner stores don't provide the right nutritional benefits that a big grocery store would. Most of these corner stores sell packaged food and offer only a few healthy options, becoming an unhealthy food source for the community. The Food Trust's initial pilot project began in Philadelphia in 2004. The Healthy Corner Store initiative has grown steadily, bringing availability and awareness of healthy food options in corner stores in many cities across the nation.
Another method being used to help fight the issue of food deserts within Denver is the utilization of urban gardens. The most well-known of these gardens is the Grow House. This urban garden is a non-profit indoor farm and marketplace, which also has an educational center in the El Rey Swansea neighborhood. Grow House mission is to create a community-driven, neighborhood-based food system by serving a hub for food distribution, production, education, and economic opportunity. Grow House is based in a huge greenhouse that is 20,000 square feet. It recently went through some renovations to grow produce, distribute food, and teach about healthy living. The competition of space is extremely evident when it comes to food deserts within the city of Denver. With the growing population rate of the city and the cost of living continuing to grow, the availability to fresh, nutritious, dense food is continually becoming difficult to provide for all. If nothing is done to battle the food deserts, these locations will only continue to grow and eventually decimate the city. However, with the utilization of these initiatives and the new methods, we can see hope in providing a healthy city for all who reside in it.